Come on, Bob. Good morning. My name is Angela Fagg with Messengers of Truth. Today is the 25th of August, 2026. Approximately 8-something in the morning, a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Coming to you live from, where are we? Cape Coral, Florida. Couldn't even remember where I lived at there for a minute. It happens, right? I don't think I'm in the right spot. Let me go back a little bit. There we go. Get a little better view. The sun's right in the right spot. I woke up late this morning, and that's why we weren't here at sunrise. I like to be fully awake when I start these things. So it's been a hell of a week, right? Hell of a time since we talked last Thursday. Just so we get on the right page with everybody. It's Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays is when I do videos. And sometimes I do more than that, but those are my main stable days. I'm going to have to go somewhere else because I'm squinting too much. It's, maybe this way. That's a little better. So yeah, it's been a hell of a week. Oh, and I wanted to do one correction because it came out wrong about the Jake Lang thing. The cop wasn't telling him that he needed to, calm his rhetoric down. He was telling him to wrap it up so he could go inside. And then the news lady said something completely different. But we should expect that to be happening. But the best part of all of it is that he actually said something to the news lady, which everybody should. Every time you see them anywhere doing a story or anything, you should be on their asses. They're fucking liars. They literally are liars. This is not, it seems a little off. I don't know, see, it seems crooked. Hold on. I think I figured it out. Just moved it again. I got a new carpet here to help get the dirt off the dog's feet before they come inside. It gets pretty bad real quick. All right. So everybody should be telling the news people to go fuck themselves. You know, they've been lying to us for so long about everything. Everything. I mean, look at what happened with COVID. And then now there's another story. COVID's coming back this year. Of course it is. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? You got to get your vaccines. You got to get your pharmaceuticals. Yeah, that's exactly what it's for. It doesn't have anything else to do with it. They need you to have that mRNA technology inside of you. They need your brain interface. They need to know what you're thinking before you even think it. They want to know what your dreams are like. See, back in the day, wasn't too long ago, approximately 30 years ago, I was 17. And back then, and even 20 years ago, people were like, stalking was bad. Stalking was really bad. You weren't supposed to stalk people. You would hear horrible stories on the news. So this dude was stalking this woman and all this other shit happened. And they made laws to get restraining orders. So I'm wondering if there's any attorneys out there. What kind of restraining order can we get against the government entities? Or these are private entities that are watching us. What kind of restraining order can we get against them? Could that be a way to get through it? Could that be a way to start stopping them? I don't know. It's a good question, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not an attorney, and I only know what I know about the law. And I'm thinking, well, maybe if, I don't know, a whole bunch of people got together and we all did restraining orders against the government, or what is it? Restraining orders against Google and Palantir and Oracle and just all of them, SpaceX, whoever, the CIA, the FBI. Because they are harassing us. When they tell you that they're watching you, they literally are watching every single person in the world that has any kind of technology in their house. And they can do it without your technology. You see, they still want you to be focused on the technology when it's way worse than that. Ask Elon Musk. He knows that they can look into your house. Some of it's his technology. But we're all supposed to just be like, hey, he's an excellent man. I'm not going to do it, dude. He's making the choice. And then they're going to say, well, if it wasn't him, it'll be somebody else. It doesn't matter. If it's going to be somebody else, let it be somebody else before they take your soul too, brother. Because that's what they're coming for. And not too much longer. You can't go too much longer and think you're going to be forgiven for it. And that's not my choice to make. That's God's choice to make. And you'll have to stand in front of him just like every single soul does. They know this. That's why they want to tell you over and over again that this world is ending, and this world is not ending. They want it to end. They know that this is where souls get processed and you learn about a lot of things here on earth. Why do you think they're cloning? Why do you think they've done all the things that they've done? They want the power, and they think that collecting souls is going to get them a power. Souls are going into a recycler right now. What do I mean? People are going to say, well, that's incarnation. No, it's a little bit different because I don't believe that God's helping them do this. And then you're going to say, well, why would God allow it? Why is man allowing it? Why is man not standing up yet? And what I mean is humans. Men and women. How long does this have to go on? How long is it that people that are going to be standing in our faces fucking lying to us? Or telling us, oh, well, this and this and this. Well, listen, this is what they want. They want the world to end because if the world ends, then they think that they have the power over the creator of everything, the whole entire universe, the one who has created everything you see, even them, he created. But they keep telling you, the world's coming to an end. World's coming to an end. This age will come to an end. This situation, because I'll tell you this right now. I can't find anywhere in history that there's been 1,000 years of peace. Where has there been 1,000 years of peace? Nowhere. There's not been any peace on the earth for 1,000 years. Unless I'm fucking missing something. They already have their temple built. Imagine that. They have it built already, ready to move over there. Trumpy's got a coin with his face on it. They got the Trump train that goes into Jerusalem still being built. They already got their little altar set up to kill their genetically modified cows. See, this isn't a cow that was just born by God. These are cows that were actually genetically modified to try to get the perfect red cow. So do you think that goes along with the prophecy? Do you think that in the prophecy, the prophet was like, oh yeah, they're going to genetically modify the cows so they could get the perfect one? They are trying to force prophecy that you people have read over and over again. They are trying to make it happen. So what does that mean? That means that they don't know their ass from a hole in the fucking ground and they can't fucking make nothing happen. They cannot make anything happen. Oh yeah, a lot of shit's going on right now, but they cannot make the end of the world come. They cannot make Jesus come before he's supposed to come here. They cannot and they will not. You see, I remember there was a story and he keeps bringing this up and I'm like, all right, bro. John, the one who wrote the letters, or was it? No, the book of Revelations, right? It was John that went over to that island and he was over there and then Jesus came and saw him, right? It was John. Anyways, and it tells you in the prophecy that he did, he says, this part you cannot put in there. You'll leave this part out. So what does that mean? That means there's a great section of things these fucks don't know about. That means they aren't all knowing, even though they want to watch you everywhere and see if you're going to shoot sparkles out your fucking asshole. That's for everybody. They want to know who the gifted ones are. And then you wonder why. Why have they been attacking white women? And you're like, Angela, but it's the white women that are attacking people. You think it's normal for women to choke their fucking children? You think it's normal for a woman to put her children in a car and then drive it into the family pool? You think it's normal for women to set a fire in their fucking kitchen like that? That's not from cooking. Just start the fire. Oh yeah, this is normal. Let me pour the wax on my kid. That's normal. Now, I remember being a little kid and, you know, you stick your finger in the wax. But that's me doing it. That was not my mom. My mom would yell at us. You're going to set the fucking house on fire. That's what she would say. She'd cuss at us. And I don't give a shit what anybody says anymore. You're always so worried about the words, right? The words. Oh my God, she said fuck. Oh shit, fuck, whore, cunt, dick, pussy. More worried about that than you're worried about exactly what's really going on here. Now, non-perishable items is something that you should have. Everybody should be buying them. And if you live in Florida and you don't have any kind of stockpile of non-perishable items, you're pretty stupid because we're in hurricane season. So you should already have a couple cases of water and some non-perishable items because you live in Florida. And if you just move to Florida and you don't know this shit, start paying attention to what people from Florida are saying. And you know what? You fucking assholes that come here, I don't know who it is or what nationality or what country they come from because I don't give a shit. It's gross, okay? It is gross when people shit on the beach. It's gross that you want to throw your trash everywhere. You come here on vacation, you trash the place the fuck up, you don't clean up after yourself, and then you say, oh, this place is getting pretty trashy around here. Yeah, it's because of you motherfuckers coming here and visiting and not respecting other people's shit. Because that's what's going on here. Ain't nobody got respect for anybody. What do you want, Rip? Nobody does. The white women. You wonder, you're like, oh, well, it's the SSRIs, it's the lithium, it's the this, it's the that. What if it's everything? What if it's the fact of the Plan B pill? Fucks with their hormones so they can self-abort their fucking babies. You don't think those hormones have anything to do with it? Or what about birth control? Which fucks with the woman's body because it changes the hormones so you can have your period exactly when you start to take that other little fucking pill. Or what about the shots in the arm? Or the fucking things they plant up in the vagina? They've been fucking with the chemicals in your body. Everybody wants to focus on the man. Let's focus on the man. His balls aren't big enough anymore. He's got a little fucking penis, right? Is that what they say from all the different hormones and the fluoride and the who knows what the fuck else they're doing? Do you think we really have all the information? They only let you know of what they've been doing for 50 years, 40 years. Robots are already attacking people. But the news is showing you how this one robot ran so fast, but then he didn't know how to stop. Oh, poor robot. Fuck that shit. They already showed us a movie back when half of us were little kids. Oh, what was it called? It was like, Johnny Five is alive. It's a little robot. So you think they don't have them already? They already showed you the Terminator. You think they don't have it already? So it's pretty funny. It is. It's pretty hilarious how they've gotten so many people, duped or tricked or whatever you want to call it. And then the new question, which... Everybody always has the choice to be able to change. Okay? Everybody. And does change mean change your personality? No, it doesn't. It doesn't mean that you act like a fucking robot and you go to some church or some cult or some whatever and then everybody starts speaking the same, oh, hallelujah! You know what I'm saying? I'm not a robot. You know, Trump knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. I believe he took the deal in 2022. Don't you find it kind of suspicious all of a sudden the news isn't saying how bad the war is and how much of a bad job Trump's doing? Don't you find that kind of suspicious? Weren't they doing that all the time before? Now it's only like this little tiny bit. When it used to be like this big, now it's all like, oh, we love war. We love data centers, even though we have a whole fucking, like, a lot. Thousands of data centers already across America. We have more data centers in America than they do in any other country across the whole entire world. But they just want more. Why? The Matrix. Right now, my digital twin's learning me because of my video. So every time your phone, anything, it's learning you. So make it look like you're crazy if you want to. You know, on YouTube, I follow like 1,000 different channels, I think. I lost track of the last time they told me it was like 900 and something. I was like, wow. And do you know, like right now, I'm paying I could get the blue check on the X platform, but I can't get the blue check yet on Rumble or YouTube or a couple of the other ones until after I have 1,000 followers. But I ain't got 1,000 followers. I've been at this for 5 years. But you know what? I am where I am. I don't need to rush things. I don't need to be clickbait. I don't need to be what everybody else is because I'm motherfucking, you see it up there? See it up there? It says Angela Fag. That's who the fuck I am. I don't want to be like everybody else. And I don't want everybody to be like one little same person saying the same shit. You haven't noticed yet? Even all the alternative media, it says the same things. All of them start reporting the same thing, like Tim Pool's important or something. He's a bitch. Where I grew up, that's a bitch. That's little Do-Boy. He ain't got no backbone. He ain't gonna be there, okay? Do you want to know who all ain't gonna be there? There's a lot of people that aren't gonna be involved in a lot of things. A lot of people ain't gonna make through it. It's just like, yesterday I seen a news story on, what's that? It's Windows. You know, Windows has the news things underneath it. So anyways, it said COVID-19 was back. Now, COVID-19's back and it's going to give you a real bad throat irritation. And they're saying, oh, your throat's going to feel like it's on fire. And I'm like, oh. So that's what they've been spraying on everybody, right? Yeah. Then it goes to this fucking thing I seen twice. And it says, oh, you got to bring it back up, Angela. And I'm like, bro, I don't even like rehashing shit. I don't like repetitiveness. I don't like none of that. But I'll do it again. And I don't even know if I did it on here or if I just told somebody. And I'm not going to use the same words. It's not going to go exactly the same because what the fuck, dude? I'm human, okay? Not everybody is robots, okay? So it's going to be like a blizzard, dude, and all these people are going to die. They're going to freeze to death, okay? They're going to freeze to death. And I thought it was strange because I was like, I had to ask a friend that lived up north. I have several, well, he's not my friend anymore. But anyways, and I asked him, I said, do people just die on the street from freezing to death during snowstorms? Because, I'm from Florida. I don't know much about snowstorms. So he was like, yeah, Angela, it's been known to happen. I said, oh, well, shit. I didn't know that. Well, that wouldn't be odd then. But then I'm like, would it be odd if it was like hundreds of thousands of people? Canada just said that they're like, America keeps fucking with us, we'll turn your power off. That's all the northern countries. Well, I think they're all countries because we have 50 states of countries, 50 countries of state. That's probably a better way to say it. Anyways, most of those northern states up there get their power from Canada. So if we were to have a blizzard and then they cut the power off, thousands of people would die. And then they're going to call it COVID. Because of the psychological damage they already did with COVID a couple years ago by shutting everything down, and the emotion that everybody has shown all across the interwebs. They pay attention and they say, oh, that one will work. That'll be a good one to use. Then how much longer? You know, you just had those guys coming up out of the fucking manholes there in New York City, right? Not just like one or two spots, like 3, 4, 5. Who knows how many different spots these guys have been seen coming up, because they're only going to let you see a little bit. So you think they use the manholes? Is that how they get away? When they stab that fucking baby to the wall? Because that's what they're coming to do. They're coming to murder. Rape, steal, and kill. But you know, let's all be all inclusive. Let's just let the sons of Ishmael, right? Is that what they call themselves? Sons of Ishmael. The Muslims, the Islamic, you know, the ones that want to fucking murder everybody. Not all of them. Because not all of them want everybody murdered. Some of them want to be free. Some of them don't want to wear a burqa. Some of them just want to be normal humans and be able to live in a normal society and not be raped. Yeah, because all those women get raped. Oh, they coming for your women too. They're coming to take all your women. But you boys won't get off your ass. You still want to stay on little stories like, oh, fucking Tim Pool. Who gives a fuck, bro? They're coming to take the women and children. They're going to take the boys too, but they ain't going to take the men. They're only going to take the boys. Better get your non-perishable items. You better be prepared with some solar-powered lights, solar power, anything that you can try to get your hands on now, because shipping's going to be pretty much non-existent. Why do you think all those people in Gary, Indiana don't have power still? Where's the governor? You heard the mayor. Oh, well, it's only because this is a black area. No, it's not. It's because that motherfucker ain't doing his job and your governor ain't doing his fucking job. Because guess what? This Florida, baby, I understand about how power goes out during natural disasters. Or did they cause that disaster? Because they probably caused that disaster. And then to shove more racial divide, they want to say it's because it's the black neighborhoods. You see over there, that neighborhood, they're getting their lights faster because they're rich and white. It's bullshit, because not all white people are rich. It's bullshit. It means that your government people are not doing their job. And I don't give a damn what color they are. They're fucking lazy and they ain't doing their fucking job. Because when the power goes out here, our governor calls for all different kinds of states to help. And they send their power guys are already on our borders waiting to come in, depending on where that hurricane's going to be at. And then if the hurricane's going to be on the southern part of Florida, then they come into central Florida and they stage up and wait. So as soon as it's done and it's out of the way where it's safe enough for them to drive through, they drive through and they set that shit up. Hurricane Ian came through here, okay? 8 days is what I went without power. And you know what? I was grateful that it was only 8 days because of what I saw when I left here. When I left here and we drove around and we went all these places, power poles were snapped in half. The only way you fix that is to bring more power poles in. So it's the government in that area that is doing that to you. It ain't got nothing to do about the color of your skin or the station of your money. It has everything to do with the government. But they keep promising you, they keep saying, oh, we're going to give everybody all this stuff. We're going to give you all this stuff. Yeah, you're going to get free groceries. We're going to tell all the landlords to get fucked, and you're going to have free rent. We're going to do all this stuff for you. It's a load of bullshit, because how long have these politicians been saying that they're going to give all this stuff? It ain't even theirs to fucking give. It's the same empty promises every year. Now I know exactly why my mom said, well, there's no point in voting. There's no point, because all they do is put in who they want to put in. Because you know what? I'll tell you this right now. This is the reddest section of Florida. Look it the fuck up. Okay? The tri-counties in this area. Okay? I don't remember all the, we got Charlotte County, Lee County. What is Nichols? I don't remember the name of their county name. Down in this area. This is the reddest part. And you're telling me that James Fishback only got 9% in Florida? I know Baggins' son, he was going to go and vote for James Fishback. All his friends were going to vote. And that's a great Lord. He's a church boy. So he goes and listen, they put in who they wanted to put in. It doesn't matter. And you're going to say, but the elections in Florida, Angela, are safe and secure. No, they're not safe and secure anywhere. They're not. We done got God a long time ago. And the people that you should be probably listening to are the people that have been in trouble because they were stupid enough to get caught and know and understand what these people do. Not the stupid criminalized ones who just want to keep on and keeping on and keeping on and keeping on. I'm talking about the ones that change their fucking lives. They'll tell you. They'll tell you all about the government. It's been happening forever, dude. What do you think? We call them public pretenders. Public defender, public pretender, because they ain't going to get you the best deal. They're not. I don't give a shit what your skin color is. And then whatever cop has a heart on that night, you know, like just wants to be an asshole to the normal person, they're going to do it, and they're going to arrest you for whatever the fuck they want to. They can arrest you for disorderly conduct. They can arrest you for all kinds of things. But yet, the real people that should be in jail are just walking around in our face talking about, suck it up, Buttercup. You should just be, all right with everything that's going on. You should be all right with paying for a $50 roast. Can't even get a roast anymore because you can't afford it. Unless you want to go over there to Walmart, go Walmart, get their poisoned China food. How'd you like that? Let's not prop up the American farmers. Let's just lower the tariffs on all the other farmers in other countries, because who gives a fuck about the ones here? Ain't no one give a fuck about the ones here. You think they give a shit? You dirty American. That's what you are. You're a dirty American, because you decided that it was better to have American workers than it was to have illegal immigrants that want to come in and work for pennies on the dollar compared to what an American will work for. Because Americans know their fucking worth and they don't want to pay it. But hey, no, it's okay. All the illegal farm workers can stay because these companies can't get their stuff done without them. Oh, they could. They're just going to have to pay the price. Instead of making millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars on top of it, you're only going to make maybe a little bit. Maybe a little couple millions. Because you have to pay your workers better. But hey, let's not say that. That's just wrong, dirty Americans. Why would you dirty Americans want to fight for other people too? Why would you be like, these farmers, these farmhands, like here, they're treated like dirt, dude. They don't pay them enough, and then they all get on food stamps and Medicaid, and then live 100 motherfuckers in a house. Yeah, a lot of people, dude. But you paying for it. Don't worry, you can't stay at the Ritz, but they can. Oh, that's another one. I'm trying to make sure I get them all. It's ridiculous, dude. World never ends. And that's a look dogs are running through now. Let's play 30 and try to go over some. See if this will be a little better. It's going to make it a little cockeyed, but whatever. It's hot outside already. They can shake the ground. They make earthquakes. They say all kinds of stuff. The whole Ring of Fire is like getting active as shit. Are they doing it? Most likely. Most likely. But we're supposed to believe that it's just natural disasters. Yeah. Huh. Things are changing. And they're going to get real bad. And you better get some non-perishable items. This world never ends. This world never ends. It only expands. So something good did happen to me this weekend. I'm still kind of in shock about it, to tell you the truth, because I don't know if it's real or not. And I'm wondering if they're going to come pick it up. But I went to the car dealership to trade the car in and get another one so we could get lower payments. Because we figured, that'd probably be better. But that's not what happened. Somehow, I walked out of there with a brand new car. Well, it's new to me. Nobody nobody's ever allowed me to get a car and walk out. I always have to pay cash. For me personally, Jimmy, yes, they've allowed him. But I've been working on my credit for a while. And then they were like, I was in shock because I thought everything was going in Jimmy's name. So I was just sitting there. I just started zoning out. I was like, oh, la, 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 la. Start thinking about other things because it's just gets too boring for me, So I was shocked. I was like, what? We're leaving with 2 vehicles. What just happened here? How does this happen? And it's mine. Because I gave them my information because I figured maybe I'll be a co-signer or something. They're like, all looking at me, and they're like, yeah, Angela, it's yours. I said, well, hot damn. And then we went out. Before they told me this, I went outside. I got that mixed up. So rewind it a little bit. So before that happened, I was talking to God in my head. I was like, dude, we could really use, a second vehicle. We really could, And it would be nice. Is this going to go through? God, please, help us with this. And then, hold on a second. I got to find this. So I was standing outside smoking a cigarette waiting for, a financial guy to get his stuff together. And right there, because I was outside praying. And so to tell you, I love stickers. I have to find it. Should have had it ready, right? But Jimmy, he looks right on the ground and he's like, you didn't see this sticker sitting right here? And I said, what? I said, what? And it's like, yeah, it was just laying right here. And I said, okay. So I'm going to show it to you and read it. This way so you can see it. Come on. This was in the parking lot. And it says, you will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes on you. Acts 1:8. Just in the parking lot, just sitting there. And it's not run over. It's a perfect little sticker. Now, if that ain't a sign from God, I don't know what to tell you. And then, them crazy sons of bitches let me drive away in a new vehicle, a 2024. I know they're watching me. They're watching me everywhere anyways. So, the chickens aren't being nice to each other. So that happened. It's got a sunroof. I kind of cried off and on after we got home, and I was, processing it. And I'm like, I cannot believe this just happened. I cannot believe that this just happened. It's 4-wheel drive. It's got a sunroof, the double sunroof that goes so you can SeaWorld for, I was like, I can't believe this. Little button in the back. You just tap it, comes up by itself. Comes, whoop. Then you push another little button, get the hell out of the way because it's closing by itself. You can program the seats warm up. The steering wheel warms up. I'm like, what's that for? I'm like, doesn't it get cool? We're in Florida. Shouldn't we have one that gets cooler, you know? Then I'm like, they're going to come take that thing. Because it's too good to be true. Things like that don't happen for me for a long, long time, dude. Long, long time. It's been a long time. But I got a new car. It's pretty fucking awesome. And I'm going to say it's God. No one's going to change my mind on a lot of things anymore because I believe that shit. And I'm not going to be like everybody else. I'm not some kind of guru or hooroo. Or, you know, I'm just a normal person. I'm a person just like everybody else. Because everybody are just humans. No one's better than anybody else. They never have been. That's why Jesus came here to the first place, is to tell people that. But no one listened. They changed the books. They've changed it so much. And then you got your Esther squad, right? What do they call it? The Esther Project. Esther Project. Who's in the Esther Project? What's the Esther Project for? It's a good question. What is it for? Is it to manipulate the American people? Oh, yes. Some of your, a lot of them, actually. Now I know why I had to read Jonathan Cahn books and why I had to pay attention to Amanda Grace. And then I was supposed to pay attention to Julie Green, but I couldn't. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. I'll tell you this right now. With that much light as it takes to be able to see you, especially in a studio and stuff, it has to be pretty bright so you can get a good view. Your eyes are not going to be that dilated and shit. It's not going to happen. Either you doing cocaine or you doing some pharmaceuticals. So, and there's a whole bunch of them. Whole bunch of them, dude. Think they're on your team, but they ain't on your team. Tim Pool, he ain't on your team. Ben Shapiro, he ain't on your team. Most of the people on Fox and CNN and the people standing at them podiums, they ain't on your team. They're on their team. They don't care if you can get gas or not, but they coming for that fucking money. You notice that no one ever says that the income tax is going to be shut down. They're just going to... We don't have enough people to run that office anymore, so we're going to have to shut that down so you guys can just keep your money. You'll never hear that. Intimate domain, people getting their properties taken because the data centers teamed up with the electric company so the electric company can say it's a public works so they can come and take your property. Yeah, the forefathers, whoa, they signed up for that, didn't they? They signed up for you paying all them taxes too. There was nothing called the Boston Tea Party. That never happened. You got your king, right? Oh, he ain't done yet. He's only getting started. He's going to be the prime minister of Israel. Watch. If you think he ain't setting it up, come on, he already said something about Netanyahu. He already said it. He already said it. World doesn't end. But they're going to have their way for a little while. You know why? Because God lets you dig your hole. Dig in deeper, dig in deeper. He gives you warnings over and over again. But a lot of people don't like to listen. They think that they have to follow man's way. Man's religion. Well, this man or woman, when I say it like that, I'm not meaning exactly that it's a man. I mean, maybe I should just say human, but why should I have to add an extra syllable to it just to appease everybody else? I shouldn't have to, because people need to stop being fucking retards. So, these holy people, right? They're so holy, right? So holy. That's why they got Some of their people in their churches can't even pay their bills, but they living in a fucking mansion. Got private jets. Trucking all over the place. But Betty, sitting in the fourth row in the middle, she don't even know if she's going to have power this next week. Think about it. They're getting in jets, going on vacation. Getting in their yachts, going on vacation. I guess God meant it to be that way, right? Yeah. Well, I hope I said everything. I might have got a few things backwards or whatever, which I don't set out to do. I really don't. I don't set out to say things backwards. I'm dyslexic. It happens. And my brain starts to work faster than my lips. It even happens when I'm writing. I'll leave out almost most of the sentence. Then you're like, what the fuck does that mean? Even I look at it and go, well, I don't know what that meant. Because I'm a human and I make mistakes. People make mistakes. People are allowed to change their mind. And they don't have to give you an explanation. They can just be like, yeah, man, I don't think that way no more. I decided that, I'm not going to think that way anymore. I'm going to keep moving on. I'm going to keep trying to teach myself. Because you know why? Do you know why? Because ain't nobody going to break my stride. No one's going to hold me down. Oh, no. I got to keep on moving. We just got to try. Even when it looks like you're not moving, you may be moving. You're moving. You're moving up here. You got to think about that shit. And don't let... People can't tell you how to take your process, neither. Everybody's different for a reason. Because if we were all the same, we'd be fucking robots. We ain't robots. And we're not the same. And I believe men need to start manning up. Start acting like men. That's toxic masculinity. No, I want to see some men go out there and punch some of these faggots in their face. And I don't mean gay guys, okay? I didn't mean faggot as in a gay guy, okay? I mean these assholes out there pushing women down and doing all this other shit. And these people just acting like assholes. It'd be nice to start seeing that. Society start weeding itself the fuck out. That'd be nice. Because men are meant to protect women. We are meant to work together. That's why we're different. Because when we come together, we get shit done. Think about it. Why are they attacking white women? What is coming? Is it a white woman? I don't know. I'm asking. Because I think it's a good question. And fuck Tim Pool. That's how I feel about that. And there's another one that's been kind of like, why the fuck you keep showing up? I don't know right now. It's Gone with the Wind. So, I've never watched that movie either. But that's my answer for Jeopardy. Every time they bring up any kind of old Western, I'm like, Gone with the Wind. Eventually, I'm going to get it. Just like Phantom of the Opera when they bring up opera questions. On that note, it's a little toasty out here. On that note, you are important. I am important. You are important. We will be important together. We're allowed to have a difference of opinions on some things. But the main things are a no-go, dude. There's a sign, a line drawn in the sand of where I will not go. And when you tell me that cutting the penis off to turn it into a vagina, I'm not going there because it ain't right. And I don't give a damn what age they are. It ain't right. You were told that you weren't who you were supposed to be. They feminized you. Or they made you feel like you were more of a boy than a girl. And I'm sorry for that. I am, because that's horrible. The psychological warfare that we're in right now on every single human being in the whole entire planet. You are important. You are beautiful and or handsome. You have a purpose. And it's okay to not be where everybody else thinks that you need to be, because it's not them, it's you. You are allowed to be you and take your time and learn about yourself, because that's what I have been doing for many years now. And it can be hard. It can be rough. You could cry. You can want to throw things. You could all kinds of stuff. It's called emotions. And once you get going through them, then you come out on a calmer side, and it's easier for you to understand and want to listen to people. You just got to not let those bastards grind all of us down. All right? Be nice to everybody you come across. And if they're sour faces, call them a fucking cunt. You need to, maybe some of these people that act the way that they do need to just be called out. Whatever, cunt. Just saying. Have a wonderful day. Know that you are loved. They tell you every day that you are not loved, but you are, and you're important.